What's up, homies of the interwebs? This is lugnuts.guapo coming at you from Longhorn Harley-Davidson, and we are reviewing the 2019, and also, I guess if you buy 2018, there's not much of a difference, but yeah, 2018-2019 Softail Breakout, and you don't see these very often on the street. You used to see a lot of the older Breakouts, and yeah, we'll go into a conversation about that. But anywho, if you like motorcycle content, or more specifically Harley-Davidson content, click subscribe and turn the notification bell on. And without further ado, roll the tape. Pow! Alrighty, Dean, look at that big fat tire. Very iconic of the Breakout. Whew. Boop, boop, boom. Alright. I am stoked. Alright. Well, I keep saying alright. Alright. Anywho. Oh. Woohoo! What a beautiful day, and what better day than to review this beautiful thing. Well, if you are familiar with the Breakouts in general, as in you probably rode one of the older ones, you might have noticed how uncomfortable, one, how it poorly handled, two, and how heavy it was, three. That is ridiculous. There are three things that I hated about the old Breakout. I will give it this: it kind of looked like an old, you know, that like billet chopper. It had that billet chopper kind of feel. It was low to the ground. I love that big fat front wheel, and or not fat front wheel, but just big spoked wheel, massive rear tire, and just the rake and all that. It was just a really bad combination for handling. It was great in a straight line. It was very uncomfortable in a straight line. Not only did the old frame not provide you with the clearance that you needed to maneuver around corners, it was like driving a 18-wheeler. Yes, it would take a like 10-point turn to do a U-turn. It was really bad. The people really liked them, and again, they look great, but man, like, there's not much that you could do with that bike other than just ride in a straight line. I mean, it's just not. But the past is in the past, and this is the future, or the present. But in comparison to the, yeah, whatever. Anywho, this right here, one of the biggest differences that you will notice, obviously, is on the new frame. To some people, that's not as obvious. It is obvious to me. It's obvious to anyone that's in the industry. One of the other things is the tank. The tank is not nearly as big, not even remotely close as big as it used to be. And a lot of people complain about that, but honestly, this is definitely not the bike that you're thinking about taking on a long distance journey. And two, this motor is so much more efficient than the previous motor. It just is. It just burns fuel more efficiently. It's just, oh man, this motor is just amazing. But you don't need a big tank, is what I'm trying to say. However, for that much power, you definitely need something that handles well, at least decent. It's not bad. I mean, it handles very well. Obviously, I'm not doing twisties, and people are gonna start angrily starting, no, he's not going to run corners and twisties and whatnot. Yet, well, no, it's Texas. There's nothing around here for me to do that. But I have had the privilege to ride one of these around tight turns and corners, and it actually does pretty decently, considering the fact that it has a big fat rear tire. I think this bike looks great. I really do. I really think that bigger tank will make it look better. But then again, you drop weight, you don't need all that extra fuel. Not on this bike particularly, but I mean, you can make it an enjoyable bike on the, you know, long commute or long distance riding. I've seen people put, you know, apes on these bikes, and I actually kind of dig what it looks like. I don't know what you think. What do you think? Comment below, let me know. And I don't know if you've tested one of these, but it doesn't take a 10-point turn to do a U-turn. I mean, this actually, you can U-turn it pretty well, pretty decently, and very much kind of like the FXDR. I will admit, these do handle, let me rephrase it, these handle very well considering 21-inch front wheel, big fat front, big rear tire, 240. Same with the FXDR. I mean, for what you have on that bike, this new soft-toe frame definitely makes it handle miles better if it would have been on a Dyna frame or a soft-toe frame more specifically. Now, with that said, you do feel like you have a 240 rear tire. I mean, don't be under any illusion that this is going to handle as well as the new Street Bob, the new Fat Bob, the new Lowrider. It just won't. I mean, those bikes will, I mean, do circles around this thing before this thing does the circle. That's just the reality. But you're not, when you're buying a bike like this, you're not buying it for performance-oriented stuff, which is what seems to be what's trending right now, at least with people my age. And this is definitely, again, not a performance bike. I would say performance in the sense of like handling, going around corners, you know, kind of the stuff that you see with people that ride Dynas and some of the newer Softails. This is more of a bar hopping bike, way more comfortable in a straight line, and it's definitely in its element going in a straight line, much like the V-Rod and the FXDR. But with that said, again, this handles miles better than the last one did. I mean, it is absolutely ridiculous, the difference. I mean, the difference is just, it's amazing. Come on, let me in. Oh, yeah. Everybody's anyways, what else do we need to talk about this bike before I let this thing go, because this journey is coming to an end soon. Yes, on the highway this is actually very, very comfortable, and again, the ergonomics absolutely fantastic compared to the last one. The last one, I mean, you just felt like fold over like a taco. I mean, literally, I mean, your body is stretched all the way forward, your legs are pulled all the way forward. And yes, this does have forward controllers, but if you sat on both back to back, the difference is absolutely noticeable. It's much like the Fat Bob. If you've ever ridden a Dyna Fat Bob and a Softail Fat Bob, they both have forward controllers, but you would realize that the new Softail, the forward controllers on it are not nearly as forward. It's actually kind of like an in-between between mids and forwards. They're mid forwards, or whatever you want to call them, and they're very, very much comfortable. Oh man, yeah, this is I've taken a breakout on this particular ramp, and I wasn't nearly as comfortable leaning it and changing lanes while going on this ramp. This is actually pretty spectacular compared to the old frame. I think a lot of people had a really bad taste in their mouths regarding the old Breakout. I really do. I think this was just not this is just not what it's just not what it used to be. This is so much better in every way possible. It has a better powertrain, it has a better transmission, and it also has a better frame, and it is a spectacular combination. I mean, the way that I can lean this compared to the last one, I mean, it's just not even close. There's no way I could lean it that far, which is really sad to say. And I really like the old one as what it looked like. Oh, I just touched the ground with the peg right there, or with the little tab that comes underneath the peg. It's just funny because you would do that on the old one, you would feel uncomfortable. The second your peg touched the ground, you were like, oh, I'm already pushing the limits of the bike. Not with this. I would be very tempted to put mids on this thing and then lean it some more. Oh man, what an awesome ride. Anywho, I keep saying anywho, I need to take that out of my vocabulary, seriously. Anyways, or however, if you don't already, follow us on Instagram. Man, my head is all over the place, I apologize. In the meantime, follow us on Longhorn_HD on Instagram and Longhorn Harley-Davidson on Facebook. And also, if you want to test ride this beast, call us here at 972-988-1903 and schedule a test ride, make it yours, and get some wind therapy. Yes. Later, homies.